de nuestra población. El objetivo de esta reunión no es otro que aportar toda la información buscando la máxima transparencia e intentando que un proyecto como este, que por la novedad, sin ninguna duda, pues genera expectativas, genera recelos, genera lógicas dudas, lógicas preocupaciones, pues cuente desde el primer minuto con toda la información aportada y con toda la posibilidad de que cualquiera de los actores que participan en este territorio tenga a su disposición todo aquello que pueda ser necesario para quedarse tranquilo.
Gas development here can be a catastrophe in the making. Toxic chemicals and methane gas seep into drinking water. And now, experts fear something worse: radioactive radium in waste products. The gas business may be booming, but at what price for people?
None of those chemicals are potable. Methanol, hydrochloric acid, ethylene glycol, it's about half of 1% of the fracking fluid is a chemical, or is it really a cocktail of chemicals? But do the math on that. That means that's 5,000 gallons per well is chemicals, or toxic chemicals that goes in. So if there's 8 wells per pad site, that's 40,000 gallons of toxic chemicals.
Once the chemicals are injected and the fracturing process is complete, a large percentage of that fluid comes back up. So we have purposely polluted large quantities of fresh water with chemicals that do not belong in the human environment.
The amount of fluid that's running around out there, literally, in tanker trucks, thousands of tanker trucks, is such that one tanker truck going off the road with fracking chemicals in it into a river would pretty much wipe it out.
I don't believe that they should be allowed to put chemicals into my ground, chemicals that are not allowed by my certification to be put in the ground, chemicals that I feel can do harm to my family, to the people around me.
So, in addition to the fracking fluid, which we know is toxic, the frac flowback leaches radium out of the shale. The radium is carcinogenic, and that's something that's being introduced to the surface in a spill that wasn't there before.
Fracking chemicals are linked to bone, liver, and breast cancers, gastrointestinal, circulatory, respiratory, developmental, as well as brain and nervous system disorders. And they are in frac waste and may find their way into drinking water and air.
I've had some health problems, and this was her recovery area, and we had a little bit of heaven. The only thing you heard at nighttime here was your heartbeat. Now it's just totally devastated. And the water dumped out, down off their pad, down across my land, into my pond, through the pond and into the wetland here alongside me. And what it did, it killed the pond, killed the fish, killed everything in the pond. No frogs, no turtles, nothing. Our drinking water in our house has high concentrations of lead. They've recommended it, or they've told us not to drink it and don't bathe in it. From our heaven, now it's turned into our hell.
Not only do we now have a technology that has exceeded our regulatory capacity, we have a government saying something that's ahead of the technology. So I'm really concerned about people in Europe, India, Asia, Africa, that they're going to jump into this again too soon without understanding completely what the implications of this use of technology are on environment and human health.
Es una tierra de oportunidades, es una tierra de futuro, es una tierra en la que el progreso ha estado íntimamente vinculado a nuestro carácter emprendedor desde toda la historia, y no queremos que eso deje de ser una constante que nos acompañe, pero también todos somos plenamente conscientes que esa tierra de oportunidades lo es y lo debe ser para las oportunidades que vendrán, pero también para las que tenemos y queremos conservar en el mismo estado en el que fuimos capaces de recogerlas de nuestros antepasados.
position. All these things are one day swallow whole. Fade out again. Fade out. This machine will not communicate these thoughts and the strain I am under. Please watch out, form a circle before we all go under. Fade out again. Clock-ticks, dead birds scream as they fight for life. I can feel death, can see its beady eyes. All these things into position. All these things will one day swallow. Fade out again.
How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must the white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? How many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many years can a mountain exist before it's washed to the sea? How many years must some people exist before they're allowed to be free? And how many times a man turn his head and pretend that he just doesn't see the answer? The answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times can a man look up before he sees the sky? How many ears must one person have before he can hear people cry? And how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Oh, the answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.